Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another video and it's going to be all about wispy lashes, wet looks, spikes, and lash mapping a wispy set. So if you're interested in learning any of those things as well as some additional lash extensions information, then make sure to keep on watching the rest of the video. There is a lot of really helpful information in this video, so make sure you keep watching it all the way until the end. With that being said, I hope that you guys enjoy it. So first off, I just want to say I would never make 11mm spikes unless the set is like really short. Usually 11mm is more of a base length. It's not usually spike length. Usually, you know, spikes are a lot longer than the base. The only reason I'm using this is just because I had this strip lying around and I didn't want to waste any other lashes. So when you're grabbing your spike, you want to make sure that you're using your favorite pair of tweezers. These are my tweezers. You guys can find the link for these tweezers in the description box down below. But I love these tweezers. Obviously, this is all I use. The second thing you want to have handy is your glue, and I accidentally put my glue drop on the outside of my ring instead of the middle. So please excuse the way that it looks. I also really recommend using a glue ring that has ridges. This will really help you to get that snatched base, and it'll help you keep it in place so you keep that closed fan. You need to make sure that you're not picking up too small of a spike, like this is way too small. You're barely going to see this in a set if you do use it in a set, and it will most likely just flimse around and get lost in the sauce. So this is just way too small for a spike, in my opinion anyways, especially for 0.5 millimeters. So a section like this for a spike is also too big. You don't want to use this because it can be damaging to the natural lash, and it's also going to flimse around. And not only that, it's not going to stay closed. It's going to open up. The size that you want to go for is initially a medium, is what I like to call it. It's in the middle of a small and a medium. You're going to want to go in with your tweezers and grab a section about this big. So it may seem like it's big, but as you see, when I push my tweezer on it, it actually closes perfectly. So when I'm grabbing this, I'm not going to grab it from here. I'm not going to grab it from down here. I'm going to take my tweezers and turn them towards me. Now, once I have my tweezers turned towards me, I'm going to grab the lashes from the top and close my tweezers. Then I'm going to want to pull towards me, and I should have something that looks like this, an opened bottom. So what I like to do is when I have this, I dip it in my adhesive and I run it through the ridge, and there you have it. We have a spike. Now, to get spikes that are thicker, sometimes you guys might see wispy lashes that have thicker areas of a spike. I'm actually going to show you how to do that as well. So to achieve that, it's not by picking up a huge chunk and making it a spike. You actually want to grab multiple of these spikes and place them one beside the other. So I'm going to show you guys on my mannequin here. The basics of spikes is to give that wispy, longer like look effect. So this base, I believe these are like maybe 12s or 13s. So we're gonna want to go 2 to 3 millimeters higher for the spikes to actually show. So I'm going to be using, I'm talking about this portion here by the way, but I'm going to be using 16mm. And another thing I recommend for spikes is that you use a curlier lash. So I am using a D-curl. If the base of the set is D-curl, then I'll use D+. And if the base of the set is C or CC, then I'm going to use D-curl. Using a curlier and longer lash makes the spikes pop, and that's what is really in right now. So just keep that in mind when you are choosing your length and your curl for your spikes. So she doesn't have any more natural lashes, so I'm going to just put it on top of this extension. So we're going to grab our section. Personally, I think this is a little bit too small. I'm going to go just a little bit bigger, just like that. I'm going to grab it by the top, pull. Once we have that kind of, sorry if it cuts out, it's my camera focusing. So once we have something that looks like this, we're going to want to dip in our adhesive And keep the fan closed to really keep that spiky shape. Then we're going to take it and place it on our natural lash. Oh, that's not really good. Well, this is an extension, but keep it in place, and there you go. Now if we see what that looks like, there's our spike. Okay, to get like a thicker spike, what you want to do is add these one next to the other on the natural lashes. So she doesn't really have any natural lashes, but we're gonna apply it to this one and then the one right next to it. So we're gonna isolate. Then you're gonna want to grab your wisp, dip it in your adhesive, apply to the natural lash, keeping that fan nice and closed. And we're just gonna give that a second. Usually if I'm doing this, I'll move on to another section. I'll do like a different one. So once that has dried a little bit, then you can go in and add your second spike right next to it, which is what I'm going to do. And go ahead and place that right on that lash. So now I'm going to show you what that does. We're going to have to brush it first. I don't know if it's showing. Okay. So now you can see the difference between those two spikes. First spike on the right here is just a regular thin spike. And the other spike on the left is a thicker spike. So that's basically how you kind of get that thicker spike look. And I personally really like doing that. I feel like it really makes the spikes pop a lot more. I like to add just 2 or 3, one right next to the other.
Hi guys, so I'm currently editing the video, and I know that I said that this video is going to be a lash map as well, but I'm actually realizing it's going to be very long if it's a lash map included in this video as well. So I'm going to be doing the lash map in a separate video, which will be posted after this one. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I'm literally going to edit it right after, so it should be posted not too long from now. I just wanted to say thank you for watching this video. I really hope that you guys found it helpful, and make sure to follow me on Instagram, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn your post notification bell on so you can be notified every time I post a new video. Also, if you guys are interested in checking out any of the lash supplies that I sell, as well as my tweezers, then make sure to check the description box down below for all of those important links. And yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!